Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Houston Cougars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Red Raiders will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Going right to work up top. Back open in the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Let's talk for a second about Houston. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Cougars getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play action fake. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Quarterback may change this route. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Houston has it with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Still running at the 40. To running room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Red Raiders are marching down the field. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Flanagan. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Boy, it didn't look pretty at first, but it wound up being most effective.
And that's the problem with these guys, these quarterbacks. It's not the first play you have to play. You have to play the second play and the third play because they just keep extending it and making plays. And then next thing you know, you look up and the dude's hitting his head on the goalpost.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Wants to throw on first down. Dangerous screen into traffic. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
But when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Safe completion on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Toss sweep to the right. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Paul, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
That's caught. It's Flanagan. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's got him. At the 35, he's open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's cheap. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage, and you can hit that curl route, and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Swings it out to his running back. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I bet the difference.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Pulls and fires complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Running it to the right. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Here comes the heat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for every single play.
The Red Raiders are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker is Agbana. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. The short hands, it's Flanagan. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Red Raiders really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll send the back in motion. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably at a field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the 1st half.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. 3rd down play from the gun. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. 2nd half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football around.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain.
I think sometimes offensively, you've got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You've got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary. You've got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. He's got his man, makes the grab. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his feet. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
With the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know, as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got to kick off.
And tackled there by the defense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Fires to the right. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Southern. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield, it's Flanagan. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. Here we go. He'll start this drive firing. Throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone and the 10.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Setting up the screen. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You can tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
To the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day, this one from 23. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The give to the right. Finding open areas. Turning it on. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Defense might bring the house here. Out of the gun, the inside give. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And the Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Handoff from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Daly. He didn't quite make it to the sticks, and it'll bring up a fourth down from the 42.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
The Red Raiders will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. With the catch, it's Agbana. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Gonna run it. It's Davis. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Offense comes onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Hey, there's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
2nd down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Houston wants to play fast.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unleashes it. Snagged in the middle. It's Hamilton. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Going to the run. It's Hamilton. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it impossible. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. He's looking to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That keeps the score. Texas Tech, 24. Houston, 19.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah,
There he goes.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs. And if I get a few 1st downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. The toss to the right. Oh, better look out. Fights off a defender. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I just love when running backs make those decisions, and then they get close to the sideline. Some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit, but I love when they do like this and stick your foot in the ground, get downhill, get some positive yards because it helps your offense on the next down.
If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Defense looks like they're coming. They go to the ground. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Back to the ground with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
He did a really good job on 3rd down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure he got past it. Listen, quarterbacks can get hit near the goal line punching in. On 3rd down, those are those situations where it's okay to put the quarterback's body on the line.
Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.